Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's Challenge Runs in the Binding of Isaac. This is probably the grossest run we've ever done, and you have YouTube user Shadow Scalesify with a Z, or a Z depending on where you are, to thank for that. This run is called Too Many Chili Dogs. To recap what we have here, we have Scatole, or Scatole, which is the fly love, so flies can't hurt us. Basically, it's just gross because we have poop on our head. We've got Black Bean, which causes us to fart whenever we get hit. We've got Bean, which causes us to fart whenever we hit the space bar. And we have infinite item power, so we can basically just fart non-stop if we want to. We also have 2 times Halo of Flies. And Lard. Basically, we wanted to make ourselves as gross as possible. And the way that we have to beat this run is by never using any tears. So I don't know how this is going to work. We're going to have to fart on every enemy that we come across in order to kill them. Because there is no other means for us to do that. So I think we're going to be looking for some different items that I normally go for. I think speed upgrades are definitely going to come in handy. I think health upgrades are going to be basically a necessity. I don't know how this is going to work, but in terms of restrictions, that's not good. In terms of restrictions, I think item rooms are allowed, shops are allowed, everything's allowed. You might think, but oh, that was a total accident, but that's okay. You might think, Northernlion, you always say, you know, when you start with items, you tend not to go to item rooms in order to keep it fair. Well, that's true. However, this is an exception because we aren't allowed to use tiers. So we have an advantage with respect to items, but we also have a huge disadvantage in that we can't, like, actually shoot. So that's a big problem. So we're gonna hope these item rooms will help us out. I mean, there's not much that can help us out with respect to these items. By the way, Loki's Horn. You might say, that doesn't sound like something that you'd get from Too Many Chili Dogs. Obviously, you haven't eaten Too Many Chili Dogs. Loki's Horn sounds like something that can come out of your butthole, I promise you that. Does Bean open up secret rooms for us? I don't think so, but anyway. Basically, if you're following me here, long story short, we've got enough disadvantages. We're just going to try to focus on giving ourselves a chance to succeed here. And one thing that's going to go a long way to helping that, by the way, if you hate the sound of gross wet farts, prepare to probably vomit during this episode. But anyway, we've got the Widow here. Not a boss I necessarily want to get close to, but I don't really have too much of a choice in the matter, do I? Luckily, we haven't been hit, so I haven't had to use Black Bean yet, or haven't been forced to use Black Bean yet. I don't know why I'm being so, like, conservative about my uses of the regular bean. I think when the enemy gets close, I should just pop it like crazy. Yeah, that actually worked really effectively. So I think that's how we're gonna do things. Thankfully, I did take my keyboard off of the desk here, so hopefully you won't hear as much like spacebar banging, but you are still gonna hear some, undoubtedly. We found the secret room by accident. That's awesome. We just picked up 17 cents. Unfortunately, this run suffers from the same thing that a lot of our runs are going to suffer from, which is not being able to change the spacebar item because it would be totally outside of the, you know, value of the run. Anyway, we got Temperance. We've got the Empress. We might as well go with the Temperance card because the Empress is actually going to be functionally useless for us because we can't use tears, right? So I just took a little bit of coffee myself, and we are going to see how this works. I think when we're fighting difficult enemies, we're just gonna mash the spacebar. I've never really used the bean in that way, but I think it's gonna be able to get the job done for us a little bit faster than the way that I had previously been doing it. It actually makes us surprisingly powerful, to be honest with you, but I still have to obviously watch out. We are gonna play Judgment here, because I think he actually has the potential to give us way more benefit than a shop does, and probably than an item room does as well, because he can give us compass, he can give us HP upgrades. Well, the shop can give us the compass as well, of course, but bear with me here. Alright, good. We did pick up an HP upgrade there. Let's see what the boss has for us. I don't even know. I guess for deals with the devil, I would want flying. But I don't know if it's if it's worth the 2 hearts that it'll take. Basically, every time the Duke of Flies gets close to us, I'm going to mash the spacebar as much as I can. And it's sort of working. This is a hilarious run. I really like this run so far. This was like a number 2 top comment on a video. You guys are crazy. This should have been number 1. So we are up to full health. We have Cat of Nine Tails, which is like literally worthless for us. We have Brimstone and the Pact, or the Deal, neither of which really is effective for us. So let's just move on. Temperance, of course, is something that I'll want to use when we have a lot of red hearts available, because I could possibly get an HP upgrade out of that. But we're going to look for secret rooms in the meantime. Not secret hearts. Not sacred hearts. I don't even know. Not spirit hearts. I forgot what I called them for a second. I just wanted to see how my tears looked for a second there. So we're going to get on the diagonal with this guy right here. I'm not sure if the bean will actually blow up the TNT, but I'd rather not find out if at all possible. Obviously, we're going to want to pick up as much money as possible, and that's part of the reason for wanting to go to the secret room, because the money actually gives us the potential to get keys as well. So let's just bail out into here. We get Poison Touch. This is really good, actually. It's going to make getting hit even more effective for us. And if we could just stack maybe HP, that would be beneficial for us on those final bosses. We'll be able to run into them, do Bean as much as possible. It'll do Black Bean as much as possible, and also give them poison damage from Poison Touch, assuming all this poison damage stacks, which it may not. Who knows? For now, though, let's just blow up the slot machine. We did not get a second key out of it, but we did get a key out of the slot machine. What I meant is we didn't get a second key from the penny there, but hopefully you understand what I was getting at. So far, so good. I mean, reasonably, this has gone well so far. I think we need more to have the potential. Particularly, we need more defensively to have the potential to succeed here. But considering that this is a novelty run, it's actually surprisingly well balanced. We've got a good mix of offense and defense. Curse of the Lost means we are subject to a slightly larger floor this time than normal. Obviously, we're going to just mash the spacebar button here as soon as things get close to us. If I could, I'm going to take my hand off the arrow keys, which is hard for me to get used to when playing Isaac, because normally you want your hand decidedly on the arrow keys. So I'm going to have left hand, oh, we actually have benefits there. I'm going to put my left hand on WASD to move around, and my right hand is just going to be mashing the spacebar. So kudos, Shadow Scalify, for giving me the first run that has ever caused me to change like the way I set my hands up for this game. That's pretty crazy. We're not going to use this Emperor card just yet. Demon Judgment is definitely something we might have the potential to use if we get a lot of red hearts. But now I can mash spacebar and dodge more effectively. Normally, I used to have to move my hand. Now I can do things a little bit more quickly, which is great for us, considering the circumstances that we're in right here. And I have poison damage stacks. We should be in a great position to do. This is fucking silly. Oh, come on. Well, I guess Tears Down doesn't really matter at all. Alright, what do you got for me here, boss room? Don't mess with me. It's another Duke of Flies type. I think we did take some damage there. I'm out of Spirit Hearts. It's going to be hard not to take damage, given the situation that we're in here. But hey, there we go. Still going strong here. There's Mom's Coin Purse. We really want to get HP upgrades here. Everything else is kind of worthless. Balls of Steel is actually the only one that wouldn't be. Tears Down doesn't matter. How about this one? Bombs are key. That's okay. No problems there. Speed Down. That's a serious problem. We're still adequately fast, but those Speed Down pills could add up. Remember, we do have the Lard as well, so I do want speed upgrades if I can get those at all possible at some point in the near future. I'm digging this run. This is a lot of fun. Maybe the most, unique challenge run play I've had to do so far. So we have Demon Judgment, who is definitely, we're capable of using him. We might as well drop by the shop while we're here. We're going to want to buy this. I don't know what this pill is. Bombs are key. We're better off just taking the Emperor card, unfortunately. Is there any way I could use... I think we're okay where we are. But the Emperor card is going to be very beneficial for us moving forward. So we might want to pop Temperance as well on our way back. Because I do want to take the Emperor card as long as possible. So we might as well make good use of Temperance. 10 extra bombs is very worthwhile. Certainly worth our time here. If I was an idiot or very short-sighted, I could use the Emperor card to just teleport out of here. But we're going to get so much more benefit out of this card from using it in an alternative fashion. So we're just going to create this enormous poo cloud behind us. Basically, we have like a noxious tail of gas here. This is hilarious. An entirely new way to play the game. This should be a challenge run, really. So we're basically just spitting poison clouds at any enemies that dare get in our path. Very foolish on their part, I would say. We could use 2 bombs to get to our golden chest here. 2 bombs and a key. So this would have to pay off, but we might as well give it a try. Let's see what we got here. We got a range upgrade, literally worthless. If we had the D6, that maybe we could have made better use of that, but oh well. Who dares wins, right? Sometimes who dares loses as well. Otherwise, there wouldn't be really a dare in that. It would be, hey, go do that thing that everybody knows gives you a huge benefit in your life. Let us come in here. We got green dudes. You think your poison beats my poison? I don't think so. Alright, hopefully you guys aren't getting too annoyed by the mashing of my spacebar. It's revolutionizing my game here. It's absolutely a necessity. And I think it's going to be okay against bosses as well. I mean, assuming the poison damage stacks, we're actually doing a lot of damage over time here. It's just going to take us a little while to actually get to the point where we see benefits from that. Because right now, I don't know. I don't even know what I would want here with respect to items. It's a very weird situation to be in. There's our item room. We'll see what we get there. I would love, absolutely, to get something... He just blew himself up. I would love to get, like, the relic. But we can't guarantee that. Mini Mush is awesome. Our speed is going to be slightly increased. Increased to a level where I enjoy it. The range upgrade is basically worthless, but that's obvious. If we were not doing a challenge run, our range would be off the charts right now. So we're just crop dusting these guys over here. Poison damage is going to get to them eventually. We could use one bomb to get one bomb, but that seems like a silly decision. Also, use one bomb to get one bomb sounds like the intro to like a 2000 era Moby track or something. Use one bomb to get one bomb. Use one bomb to get one bomb. It's like a bass line or something. Alright, so we got at least 4 plays of this. And the money could give us more keys, so maybe we want to play it even a little bit further than normal. That was 3. More keys, please. Thank you. I think there's a little bit of health left over in that boss room, maybe? So there we go. We're up to 15 cents. That's how I like to play it. We got 12 keys and 11 bombs now. Got 12 keys and 11 bombs. That's not as good. Use one bomb to get one bomb. It works. I expect to see that sampled. Chemical Brothers, if you're watching this, get back to work. What are you doing? You probably have better things to do. Fans of the Chemical Brothers, if you're watching this, kudos to you for having good taste. What do we have here? Emperor. We're going to take that with us. I really should have known that we still had that. Demon Judgment was my other alternative for what I could have played, but we got a lot of keys out of that and a lot of money, so I don't regret playing the Blood Bank instead of Demon Judgment. But to be honest with you, I kind of just forgot that we had Demon Judgment. What's this? Tears down, so it's totally worthless. We could use it. I mean, there's no reason necessarily not to, beyond the fact that it's just a waste of time. Anyway, let's continue going on here. So we're going to have to kill this guy quickly before he gets to us. Everything went swimmingly. We actually do substantially more damage than if we were using tears here. Speed down. Luckily, we got that mini mush, so what I was trying to get at was that if we still only had speed down, we probably would have been hit by that troll bomb. But luckily, we managed to get out of it, and so far, so good. Here, we are going to check out our shop, which contains greed, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Again, we're just going to keep crop dusting him here, because we could potentially get more money that we could use in shops on future floors, or we get a Steam sale. That's fine, too. So there's our Steam sale. We have a library, but there's no point in going to that because we can't take anything anyway. I mean, as is, the bean is already fantastic for us. So what am I looking for on this floor? HP upgrade from the boss, followed by Deal with the Devil, which contains Lord of the Pit or Spirit of the Night. Anything I can use to kind of make myself fly. As Sugar Ray would say, every morning there's a halo hanging from the corner of my girlfriend's 4-post bed. That was probably the worst reference ever made on YouTube. Well, that's pretty strong competition there. Maybe I'm in over my head, like Sum 41. It's getting there. Let's just keep this up. Stand in the corner, and as these guys get even a whiff of me, they're basically dead by that time, unfortunately for them. Sweet, more health. We are looking for item room or boss room. So that is our... I'm just gonna get this guy to pop up, and then just, yeah, crop dust the shit out of him. Same thing here. There we go. Try it again this way. This is actually one of the easiest ways to deal with these guys that I've ever seen. We will try to make our way to the item room, by the way, but we might as well fight the boss while we're here. Minimize our backtracking, I guess. This is going to be a difficult fight for us, because there's going to be so many of these assholes on the screen, and oh my god, it's going to get so laggy. The good thing is, as these guys get close to us, they're basically going to get torn apart, but I think we still did take some damage in the middle of this. Okay, there we go. We're back to full health. We actually got to deal with the angel, and probably a bunch of keys from this, as well as a nickel out of the pageant boy, which is awesome. So we picked up like 2 extra keys, which is okay, but a lot of extra money. We got scapular, which is not a great item, but we're going to take it regardless, and we're going to go check our item room now. So I'm still holding the Emperor card. I want to continue holding that until we get to, like, you know, the cathedral, the chest, if possible. Right now, everything's going well, but things could change. If only we'd gotten the mitre instead of the scapular, which is not that beneficial for us. Oh well. Scapular, if you're not familiar, I believe gives you one... Oh man, the lag is crazy. I believe gives you a spirit heart when you get down to half a red heart, which is something that is probably not going to happen to us for a while, at least. I mean, it could happen. The real benefit here is that we can get more deals with the angel now. Who knows? This will probably be the run where I get Sacred Heart or Sacred Tears. which is like the best damage upgrade in the game, possibly. It's close if it's not number 1. And it's also probably the rarest item in the game. We haven't seen it legitimately in an episode in like 150 episodes. We've got HP upgrade, which is awesome for us. Makes me feel a little bit stronger about things. I'm just hoping this episode doesn't get desynced by the crazy frame rate. Sometimes that can happen, but it's been very good for us lately, so hopefully that's not an issue. And I think I'm just ready to go from this floor. Caves Part 2 has been pretty good to us. We're up to 7 regular hearts, 2 spirit hearts, which will probably, you know, vacate fairly soon. Steam Sale as well. I totally forgot that we picked that up. And Scapular as well, which is, it's not that great, but we'll deal with it nonetheless. So, down to the depths part 1. I feel like we've got a very good chance on these interstitial early floors here before we get to Mom. We'll just see what we get. More HP upgrades. What do I not want? I do not want Cube of Meat. I don't want to fight War. I don't want to deal with the pink glitch, which is what we're dealing with right now. But hey, I guess, you know, we got to take the cards that were dealt. So far, this run is proving way more like offensively powered than I originally expected. So you just give this like 20 or 30 seconds. Eventually, it'll work itself out. This is not just my Isaac game that does this. This is a like game-wide glitch, sadly. Any second now, it'll come back with a white screen or a pink screen, and we can stop looking at Isaac's terrible teeth here. Seriously, man, just wake up. There we go, finally. Okay, so we are going down to Depths Part 1. I totally had my hands wrongly positioned here, so we are going to use a bomb like so. I had to put my right hand back on the spacebar. We're going to play Judgment, who will hopefully give us an HP upgrade. And again, I can afford to play him for a pretty long time here, all things considered. We do have a Joker card as well, which we'll probably use fairly quickly, because there's really no reason not to. There's more red hearts. Hopefully he pays out before we get down to 15 cents. That's my only wish here. If it takes... Actually, I guess we can take a little bit longer because we have a Steam Sale now. But still, 15 cents would give us enough to buy something from shops on each floor, even though we're probably going to run into greed on one of them. Anyway, first things first, HP upgrade. Maybe we can make this work for us really well with the deal with the devil now. It's another deal with the angel, and it's the Bible, which is garbage for us. But we will come back down here and get our Emperor card. So far, so good, though. That extra HP upgrade was definitely worth the 11 cents we paid. Basically because there's no other way for us to get HP upgrades beyond bosses, which are going to be in short supply pretty soon. Oh, I can't believe I just walked into that zombie. I was in such a good position. And these guys should have basically no chance. Again, frame rate's going to get a little wonky, but I mean, feel for the game. The game was not meant for the rigors that it's being put through right now. We're going to be fighting Envy, which is less than ideal. But again, we're going to the same problem that we had when we fought Fistula. I've got to get close to them, which means the risk of me getting hit is pretty huge. But similarly, they don't have a lot of HP, so as they get close to me, they're going to find themselves in a difficult spot. And the poison damage is enough to whittle down those small ones very quickly. I believe, anyway. And we get absolutely nothing for that boss fight, except for the satisfaction of having beaten one of the most dickish enemies in the game. So let us continue. Are we going to go right or left here? Choose your own adventure. I'm going to go... I always go left. Reason is... I'm left-handed, so whenever I was doing, like, Choose Your Own Adventure or Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure books when I was a kid, always take left, man. Remember there was one time I was at daycare, we were, like, group reading this Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure book, and then it was like, do you want to go X direction or Y direction? And it was like, if your birthday is, like, April to September, go X direction, and my birthday's November, so I was like, Y direction, and then... everyone else voted, and we went X direction, and we died. So joke's on you guys. November birthdays prevail as usual. In our shop here, we have the candle. I would love to buy it, but I can't. I'm not going to buy the key, because there's no points. That's the second time in a row that the candle has shown up when we've been unable to buy it. But anyway, I'm happy with the bean that we have so far. Let us continue moving onwards here. We kind of got into a rough position there. I was hoping the poison damage would kill them a little faster. There is a dime here. The real question is the dime worth risking damage at this point? And the answer is no, quite frankly, because we're only going to come across one more shop, and I'm going to guess that shop is going to have greed in it, or super greed in it at this point. Rage is a good item, but we're going to stick with the flat penny, only because it doesn't really matter at this point. We're going to have to get the Polaroid regardless. And, you know, flat penny's a really good item. It allows us to keep our key supply rich, which... quite frankly, should not be a problem, but still, better safe than sorry. We will use a bomb to get to this treasure chest. I didn't want to use a bomb to get to the red chest, because red chests are historically bad for me. I'm gonna take Curved Horn. Curved Horn, people give me conflicting opinions on this, but I believe I did it like an IAMA on Reddit the other day, and one of the top questions was like, will you ever realize that the Curved Horn is a straight speed upgrade? And I was like, dude, I'll try to remember that. And that's what I'm doing right now. So we do have Bum Friend now, so money is actually, I guess, a little bit more valuable to us. Because he can pick it up and drop items. But as is right now, I'm happy with our current situation. We're doing fine for health. We're going to be coming up to the boss very shortly, and by very shortly, I mean like immediately. Anyway, I'm pretty sure that the Curved Horn is just a flat speed upgrade. Well, I actually need to use Tears for once to shoot that poop, and I'll probably need to use Tears again to shoot this poop. Oh, we can just use there we go. I might as well take the bombs with us as well, because you never know. The Mom's Hard boss fight is going to prove pretty interesting, because I'm going to have to get very, very close to do damage to it. So we got Monstro 2. We all know how the Monstro 2 Chronicles go here. So we're just going to continually, like, move in a circle around it, farting as we go. Which I believe alternate lyrics to Jingle Bells. Anyway, keeping it up. This is a pretty easy fight here. If poison damage stacked, he would be dead in like half a second now. So that was still pretty easy. We get an HP upgrade, which is valuable for us. I believe this is the deal with the devil that we saw earlier, unfortunately, which means it's the Bible, and we not only can't take it, but don't want to take it. Anyway, Depths Part 2, this is a big floor for us, obviously, because we're going to be fighting Mom. We're going to be getting the Polaroid. How's the Mom fight going to go? I think we have a very good chance to, like, do well on it. I really do not think we have any risk of dying, but we do have the risk of not having a great run, I suppose. Again, I'm going to use Tears just to bust down that poop so we can get into the shop. What did I tell you? Super Greed was going to come in handy. We could fight him, but there's really no need at this point. We don't want anything that he could give us. Oh, we have to fight him, actually. Unless we wanted to use the Emperor card, which we don't. I would rather take a bunch of damage on this fight than lose the Emperor card, because the Emperor card is going to save us a ton of damage on a later floor. Which later floor? Well, we don't know that yet. But at some point, I assure you, it will come in handy. Seriously, the poison damage hasn't ended your life yet? There we go. There's another tarot card available for us. I hope it's like the Hierophant, because that's really the only one that would make me give up the Emperor. Oh, we might as well use the World card right away. So we have a boss trap room. We have an arcade that there's no point in going to because I guess I could play the Blood Bank, but I'd rather play Demon Judgment to try to get the item, basically. I don't know, man. We're just going to keep doing things as we've been doing them so far. Basically, check out the item room, then bum rush the boss. So hopefully we'll get something good in this item room in here. I got hit by one of those leapers, and the frame rate dropped down to 0. Which it is wont to do in Isaac, regardless of the speed of your computer. Isaac seems to have a problem with working like this. Yeah, sure, why not? Bent spoon. Maybe the spoon is bent from putting the hot chili into the chili dogs. I don't know. I'm not going to create my own fan fiction here. Instead, I am just going to continue onwards. I really wish we had the compass, but that is probably unlikely. And by probably, I mean there's very few situations that I could fathom us getting the compass. One of them is getting very lucky with judgment play, which may or may not be likely. And by may or may not, I mean is certainly very, very unlikely. Anyway, we're continuing onwards here. And by continuing onwards, I mean I'm going to stop correcting myself and start letting my commentary speak for itself. There's unlimited keys, which we really don't need right now. We basically, 16 is almost the same as unlimited keys when you're in this situation where you're so far through the game. We do have a tarot card, so I am going to... you know what? We don't need it. We're going to stick with the Emperor card. Could be the Hierophant, but I'm trying to limit my tier usage so as to stay within the spirit of the challenge run. A number of people are probably going to think that's stupid as hell and yell at me for doing it. So be it. I got to stick by my principles. Bombfly, please explode. Thank you. And similarly, I would like you to explode due to poison damage. Excellent. That worked out really well for us, actually. So we've got one more room here. That was not the most suave way to do that room, but it got the job done, and we're going to be fighting Mom here. I think this will go well. We can just stack up some poison damage. Whenever anything gets close to us, we can basically just crowd control the shit out of it. And again, Mom's going to die very easily, I think. Whenever her foot comes down, we're going to be able to do a ton of damage. We just got to make sure we're actually hitting it, which can be kind of a sore spot, I guess. And we also got to make sure that I'm not moving and creating such a cloud that I can't see the shadow when it comes down, which is almost a risk that happened right there. Anyway, she's 50% dead. The poison damage is tearing her up. I did get hit there because I was using the spacebar too much. Let's keep this up. I Can't see a cloud if there is a cloud, or a shadow, I should say. I can definitely see a cloud. I don't want to smell the cloud, though. Alright, so we only took one hit there. We got Tears Upgrade, which is meaningless, but it comes with another tarot card. The Empress, obviously we're going to want to go with the Emperor instead. And we will take the Polaroid as well, down to the next floor. So far, so good. I think we got a decent chance here. Making progress, but I don't know if we have enough to get through those final bosses. We'll see. We do have Poison Touch, which is a big bonus for us. Almost a big boner for us, which wouldn't have been inaccurate, I guess, but who knows. We'll see how things go for the rest of the game before we get into that. What the hell was I going to say? Yeah, you know, which enemies do I want to fight? This is the last floor that we actually get treasure on until the chest. I would love to fight a boss that is not death or conquest. So maybe fighting... I don't care who I fight, as long as I get a good deal with the angel. We can't really rely on that happening. But that's my optimistic scenario for how this is going to work out. Again, prepare for frame rate issues as we get into these final rooms. There's going to be a lot of enemies, and there's going to be a lot of farting going on. No question about that. Took a lot of damage there. What's this pill, though? Bombs are key? There's no point, really. So we're on Utero 1. Our boss is Daddy Longlegs. Does he give us Daddy Longlegs, or does he give us a random item? I can never remember. I think he does the shot here, which we did not get hit by, thankfully. The spiders did hit us, amazingly. I didn't think that was going to be possible. We're just moving around in a circle here, basically ruining this guy's day. Death by fart has got to be one of the worst ways to go. Let's keep this up. We got hit again, but that's okay. He's almost dead. Poison damage should be getting him any second now. There we go. He's gone. He gave us an HP upgrade, which may be more valuable than Daddy Longlegs. Who knows? In any case, down to Utero Part 2 or the Womb Part 2. We're going to go left again. I'm telling you, man. Choose your own adventures. Always go left. Northernlion story. An exercise in not understanding how probability works. So just keep this up. Create a poison trap for him to walk into. Getting a little bit closer to full health. That could change drastically any second now. Good. Mom's heart should not represent too much of a threat. I think. I don't know. I could be wrong there. The problem is we've got to get dangerously close to Mom's heart to do anything. Oh, bomb friend. You are total spaz there. Missing page. We can't really use that. Yeah, we're going to have to get very close to Mom's heart to do any damage. Which represents kind of a risk for us, obviously. Only two left at this point. Sad thing is I have to get like right next to them to do any goddamn damage. That one's got to die to poison. Yes, okay. Now we just got to wait for this guy to pop up. Rush him down. Alright, I got hit like 6 times on that room, it felt like. And we reached a dead end, which is good. I'm really excited about the prospect of dealing with these vaginal bomb flies. This one we might get lucky. Thank God. We got very lucky that it just chose to explode there at the right time. We could go to the arcade and try to win some hearts. I don't really want to, though, because I find that really tedious. And oftentimes it doesn't pay out anyway. But I'll tell you what I'll do. To make as many people as possible happy, I will blow up everything in the arcade. So at least we'll probably get some red hearts out of that. And maybe, who knows, a full health pill? Speed down, basically the same thing. So we got half of a red heart, and one more bomb coming in here will give us maybe some more. Give us a single penny, which Bum Friend can take, and maybe give us a red heart, who knows. We just want to destroy that poop, thinking maybe that would give us something. Sadly, no. Alright. So we have explored the entirety of the left side here. Should be coming fairly close to the end. Now, I think, as we get close to the cathedral, I think I'm going to use the Emperor card on the cathedral. My reasoning being, first off, we have to beat Isaac to get to the chest. I mean, that much is obvious. However, what that means is that I might as well use it on, like, the most risky boss fight, which is the Isaac boss fight, because there's a lot riding on that one. Obviously, if we lose, we don't even get to go down to the chest. If we use it on the Isaac boss fight and we get to go down to the chest, there's 4 items on the chest that could potentially prove to be game-breaking for us, or game-changing. Positively or negatively, I guess. We don't know. Full health, full health. Oh, man, that's huge. Okay. That was really big. What was I going to say? Basically, long story short, in using the Emperor card to get to Isaac, I think we'll increase our chances of victory because we're guaranteeing ourselves, or at least giving ourselves a much better chance of getting those 4 items on the chest, which could, and I have to stress this again, could prove to be very meaningful in making the difference here. But for now, you know, we've got a little ways to go before we get there. Still have to beat Mom's Heart, which is a fight that I don't expect is going to be that difficult, but it, you know, it could take me by surprise. It's not like I've ever done an all-fart run before, so anything could happen. That's a pill that I do not know. It could be Balls of Steel, though. It is indeed. That's big for us again. We don't really want to be here, but there's nothing stopping us from just killing him like so. We're going to get back to full health here. And all in all, I'm impressed with this run. I thought I've done 2 runs today. This is Too Many Chili Dogs, and I did Headless Horseman earlier this afternoon. And I've really enjoyed these runs so far. They've been really creative and a lot of fun, so I think these are a good batch today for sure. Crazy and also surprisingly well balanced. Like, they haven't been overpowered, but they certainly have not been underpowered either. In fact, this one might be overpowered. I'm not totally sure yet. Now, we've reached basically every dead end available to us. That means we should be coming across Mom as soon as we go to the left there. Alright, Guts actually managed to hit me there, which is disappointing. So much for that Balls of Steel pill, but at least, you know, we didn't have to use any bombs to get these red hearts. Finally. So that guy should be dead. We just want to make sure, if nothing else, we manage to poison these guys, because by being poisoned, they should die anyway. So let's just wait till this guy gets close enough. That's not going to be quite close enough. That's not going to be close enough. God damn it, cyst. I will take damage to get you poisoned. There we go. Okay, and another Spirit Heart. Beautiful. Alright, 31 minutes, 30 seconds in. We are going to tackle this Mom's Heart boss fight, which I expect is going to be interesting, shall we say. I worry about getting hit by these random enemies, but I'm just going to keep mashing the spacebar basically as fast as I can. Monstro did manage to hit us there, I think, but he should be poisoned like crazy. Not to mention all the, like, explosive damage he took. Come on. I mean, it's not going as fast as I thought it would, but we've got to be whittling him down pretty quick here. There we go. Not too bad. Zombies now? Larry Jr.'s. I don't think Larry Jr. is going to be able to get to me. Oh, he did get to me before I hit him. Okay, so again, just keep spamming. Here come the zombies. Just get them all poisoned. Take that frame rate down to basically 0. I almost got hit again, but managed to work my way out of that. This guy should be dead due to poison. Okay. Mom is 50% dead. Duke of Flies should not represent a substantial threat. Especially if we can manage to do something like this. He was the first boss we fought in this video, in fact. And he's gotta be dead. Yeah, exactly. I was thinking poison damage might take him down, but if we have to do it the old-fashioned way, we can do it the old-fashioned way. Also, apparently I have a very weird definition of what the old-fashioned way is. I don't understand what's going on there. Apparently Mom's Heart is continuously firing bombs despite the fact that it doesn't even exist on the screen right now. That could represent a little bit of a potential problem for me. Especially since we can't do any damage to it, so... oh, there we go. Alright. That was a weird glitch that was potentially unfair, but we're still alive, so I'm not going to sweat it too much. Although we are taking a lot of damage here. I'm down to 3 hearts. I don't like that. Mom's Heart needs to die. If I have to run in there and drop bombs, I will. I would rather not. I would rather just use my farting ability, because that's what I've built my legacy on here, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I think this is our success rate here. My god. Frame rate drops down to 0. And we can go up to the cathedral that way. The doors didn't open up in the proper way. I wonder if we've completely ruined the game. In any case, where is my Emperor card? I lost it. That was silly. That could represent a serious problem for us. Poison Loki. Poison the bomb flies. Poison bomb flies are your greatest asset here. Oh my god, this frame rate. I apologize. Again, there's not much I can do. We're down to 1.5 hearts here. But I am racking up the flatulence. APM through the roof right now. There we go. Okay, we picked up a Spirit Heart as well by way of the scapular, basically. Got the Widow and 2 bomb flies. Here we go again. I got hit again, so I abused my invincibility. Gotta poison this motherfucker. Get out of my face. You're gonna explode any second now. Oh, he got me. Okay, one more hit and I'm done. I don't want it to be like that. I like that immediate reaction. I don't like that! Oh, there we go. I just walked into a hopper. Shitty way to make it happen, but that was a lot of fun. So that was too many chili dogs from Shadow Scalesify. If you want to do that run at home. Bean with infinite item power. Black bean. Lard. 2 times Halo of Flies. No tears allowed. And I put Skitole on myself as well, just to make it even grosser. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Continue suggesting your challenge runs. I take a look at the ones that I see in the top comments and do the ones that I deem most appropriate. But again, as always, thank you guys for watching, and for the 351st time, I will see you next time.